Hi, welcome to Inspiring People. My name is Mary Otto, and today, with me today on the show is Wayne Ruona. Welcome to the show, Wayne.
Thank you.
It's been a real pleasure getting to know Wayne, and he has a very interesting, compelling story that he's willing to share with the viewers. And so we're going to concentrate this time, although this man has many talents and many other adventures, we're going to actually use this time to talk about the fact that he was a prisoner of war during World War II and some of the things that happened to him as a result of being a prisoner of war. So Wayne, why don't we just start out by having you tell the viewers where the prisoner of war camp was.
Got to be a main camp, or a prisoner of war camp was established in the northeastern part of Germany, close to Hammerstein. And this camp that we were in was had French and Yugoslavs on one side, French and the Belgians on one side, and the Yugoslavs. And the Americans, they separated us from the others in an area that was quite open. And that's where we stayed for almost, I suppose, about 9 months.
You were in the prison?
In this prisoner of war camp, yes. We got
for 9 months. Okay. How were you? Were you basically treated all right there, or were you mistreated? Mistreated? Were you,
yes,
confined? Most of the time. Tell us a little bit about that.
The tech camp we were in, the barracks were split. It was split in half. We didn't have any blankets other than one that they provided, and the U.S. provided another one, and and this was January, and that's all the blankets we had. And they had the what do you call these things with beds? The bottom bunk was here, and the next one was higher. And what do you call those?
Bunk beds. Bunk
beds. 3 bunk beds in one stance, and this was packed. Where one half that I was in of that barrack, and the only thing we had in the center part of they had one area that had some space where they had supposed to be the heater for warming, keep the place warmed up, but they provided us with 2 blocks of coal once a month. And the coal was about 12 inches long and about 4 wide and about 2 inches deep. And two of those, they didn't help us any, even to cook with. The weather there was about somewhat like northern Minnesota. Snow, cold, and we didn't have any blankets or any fire in the furnace at any time. Because we didn't have any fuel. So what we did then was packed up and started out walking out of the camp in the snow. And we walked first night we walked into a farmstead, went into the straw shed that they had. And we slept in the straw shed. And there, if you had enough sense to take your shoes off and put them on your body, around your body, you, myself, and the blankets kept the shoes in a soft condition. Oh. I was the only one that did that.
Wow.
And the rest of them had theirs outside of their blankets.
So did you fear then that something might happen to you while you were in the, in the camp?
But who worries about that anymore after you've been in the prisoner for a while? I didn't anyway.
Sure. And how long were you there again?
From last of January to the 1st of January, something like that.
Okay.
Of the 45 and 44.
44, okay.
Yes. And we got on the road, and we had Red Cross parcels, and we were able to have the Germans give us a chance to take so many each, which I did, as well as the rest of them, and I made a sled. And I had two other guys, two other groups that made sleds, and we took the containers that these here Red Cross parcels were coming in, and we made our sled, and also a pack that we could put it away if we, as long as we were going out, going west. We'd be getting out in the summer or in the no more snow, and we could then get rid of these the sled.
Okay, so when you were finally released, did you go fly back to the United States, or did you? What happened from the time that you
when we got
left there?
got to the British lines, we crossed the river, and we got into this 11th Armored Infantry Division of the British, and I talked with the general, and I told him our story of what we've seen, what I the outside of his camp, and the reason he was there. The armored part of his division couldn't get across the river. So the men had crossed the river already. So as you see, I have a picture right here of the group that I was in charge of when we crossed into the British lines.
Well, if you had opportunities, have you had opportunities to share your story with people around the area here or with people around the United States about what happened? I wish we had more time to spend with you, because I think you'd have a lot more stories to tell us about your experiences there. So perhaps people call you and or get in touch with you if they would like to have you speak, or.
I spoke at schools here and church. Okay. And I forget, it's a church in Audubon, and Montana. What's that town over here by Fargo? Moorhead. And Frazee. So I've spoken to quite a place. I think it was 3 years I taught at the high school. Here? Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm sure if you want more information about Wayne, that you can probably find some of it even maybe in the library, and also have him come and speak to you or your organization. So I wish we had more time, because it would be fun to hear, be interesting to hear more of your stories. But our time is up for today. So you want to take pictures of this?
Yes, she will make sure that there are pictures that are superimposed on this discussion. So thank you so much for your time and letting us come into your home and have this conversation. Okay. You are truly an inspiring person, Wayne.
Okay, thank you.
Hi, I'm Winnie Gillespie, and I'm going to be talking more about the bees. What kind of bees are in a box? What do we look for in here? And we have 3 kinds of bees in the box. The one that you see flying around is not all of what's in this box. In the box there are, when the queen lays an egg and she gets the workers built up and the honey's coming in, then they'll start making a drone cell, and the drone cells are larger cells, and they're larger. It's a male bee. He doesn't work, but he has to be in the hive to have a healthy hive. They feed him differently than they feed the worker bees. And as you see, they're larger cells and they raise up here. Then they have, something happens to the queen and they have to have a queen. I don't know, the queen's gone and they know it. So they now clean out a little area, something like this hole here, and they'll make a cradle for her, and they take an egg and put it in there, and that becomes a queen cell. They feed that one special. That's where they get the royal jelly. It's a special thing that only the bees can make, and they feed her royal jelly. And she gets about as long as a peanut. In fact, it looks just like a peanut. And then she will hatch out. These drones now are the male bees, and she'll choose some and she'll fly a mile high in the sky and she will mate with them. And they said they explode when they're done mating. They never return, but she does. She'll come back to the hive. Once, occasionally they'll stay there, but if there's another queen, what she'll do then is destroy all the other queen cells that haven't hatched out. Totally destroy all her counterparts, and then she'll take over the hive. If she doesn't like the hive, she'll swarm and leave. If she likes the hive, she'll stay there and start laying eggs, and that will be her life job, laying eggs. So you have what the three of them do. The workers, of course, go out, and as I think I said in the first portion, they have scouts, and I was telling the girls that there is also bees that keep the hive at 90 degrees. And they keep the hive on a day like today when it's warm. They're out there and they're fanning their little wings and they're cooling down the hive to keep it at 90 degrees so that the brood, which is the eggs that are hatching into young bees, are going to have in order to live. So it's a very extensive job that they have. There's another item that probably most of us aren't aware of, and there are many wild bees that pollinate flowers. And it's not only the honeybee, and the hornet and the wasp are not anything in the bee family. They are carnivorous. They eat meats and they eat a lot of other things, other little insects and stuff like that, but they do not make honey, and they are not a family type, a social type. Like the honeybee is the only social bee beside a bumblebee. Bumblebee and honeybees are in the same family, so keep that in mind. And when you're talking about bees, wasps and hornets are not in the thing at all. And we live under rules and regulations, and the Department of Agriculture is over all beekeepers, even the little guys. And there's supposed to be a way to register, but we don't have any money now to have a person to register us anymore. So maybe that'll be coming back again. But we cannot travel out of the state with our hives. They have to be inspected. Nobody can bring them in without being inspected for diseases and the like of that. So there's all kinds of things that we're just like the regular farmer. We have commodity storage and stuff like that, just like the farmer too.